You probably thought Chrissy and Jim had finally figured things out, right? After all the years, the drama, and the back and forth, it seemed like they were finally in a good place. But no, things just took a wild turn, and what's come out has shocked everyone who follows love and hip-hop. This isn't just gossip, it's a full-blown scandal. Chrissy Lampkin has been caught in a situation no one saw coming. And it's not looking good. Apparently, Chrissy has been messing around behind Jim Jones' back, and now the receipts are all over the internet. We're talking screenshots, leaked texts, and even a video. The proof is out there, and Jim is furious. Can you blame him? Chrissy and Jim have been together for 16 years, survived cheating rumors, money issues, and that never-ending engagement drama. But this might be the final straw. What's making this even crazier is who Chrissy got caught with. It's not some random guy from a club, but someone from Jim's own circle, a man he trusted. When Jim found out, everything blew up. This drama is even more intense than anything we've seen on the show in years. If you've followed Jim and Chrissy's journey, you know their relationship has been anything but easy. There have been fights, breakups, makeups, you name it. And remember when Chrissy proposed to Jim on national TV? That was supposed to be the turning point. But even after saying yes, Jim never followed through with a wedding. Years passed. No progress. And for Chrissy, that had to sting. Add that to Jim's long history of cheating rumors, texts from other women, late-night business meetings, and shady trips that just happened to overlap with certain models' Instagram locations. Chrissy stood by him through all of it. She stayed loyal while most women would have walked away. That's why people assumed if another scandal hit, it would be Jim again. But this time, it's Chrissy in the hot seat. Sources say she's been involved with another man for a few months. Now, and this isn't a rumor. The evidence is solid. It all started when Chrissy was spotted at a high-end Miami hotel without Jim. That raised some eyebrows, but nobody thought much of it. She does take solo trips now and then. But then, things escalated. Photos came out showing Chrissy poolside with a man very close, very flirty. They weren't just lounging. They were laughing, drinking, and looking way too comfortable. Witnesses say they held hands, shared drinks, and even disappeared into a private cabana together. And then came the real bombshell-leaked private messages. The texts between Chrissy and the mystery man were filled with heart emojis, flirty banter, and late-night I miss you messages. Some pictures in the chat left very little to the imagination. When Jim got hold of those messages, things got real. Someone from his inner circle sent him the screenshots and he snapped. Called Chrissy nonstop, but she didn't pick up. So he did the next best thing. He hopped on a flight to Miami. He showed up at Chrissy's hotel, pounding on the door until she finally opened it. And when she did, the man from the photos was right there. Jim exploded. He started yelling, calling Chrissy out, and demanding answers. The situation got so heated that hotel security had to step in. And Chrissy, she didn't deny a thing. She told Jim, "Now you know how it feels." The man Chrissy was with wasn't just anyone. It was Freddie G, Jim's longtime business partner and friend. A man who had been in Jim's home, around his family, and tied into his business deals. It's not just cheating, that's betrayal on every level. Jim is devastated. He's not just heartbroken, he's embarrassed. People online are calling it karma. Memes are everywhere. One tweet said Chrissy finally gave Jim a taste of his own medicine. Others said Jim's been dogging her for years. She clapped back hard. Even fellow cast members are chiming in. Yandy Smith went live and said, "Now Jim knows what it's like to be on the other side." That comment didn't sit well with Jim. He called Yandy directly. And let's just say the call wasn't friendly. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, they did. Word is, there's video footage from a private party showing Chrissy sitting on Freddie's lap, laughing and all over him. The clip was allegedly recorded by another Love and Hip Hop cast member and has been kept under wraps for now. When Chrissy went live on Instagram trying to downplay everything, saying, "Me and Jim are solid," it was a wrap. Nobody believed. Her not fans, not Jim. He immediately texted her, calling her out for lying. She fired back with, "You embarrassed me for years. Now you know how it feels." Behind the scenes, the war has started. Jim's freezing her out of their shared accounts, controls most of the money, and isn't wasting time. Chrissy's lawyered up, planning to sue for emotional damages and any money. She thinks she's owed. Their joint real estate projects are now in chaos. Freddie was a big investor, and if Jim kicks him out, he could lose everything. Freddie's threatening to pull out his money if Jim doesn't back down. That leaves Jim stuck with properties he might not be able to manage alone. Meanwhile, love and hip-hop producers are loving the drama. They want to sit down with Jim and Chrissy on camera. Jim might agree, but only if Chrissy tells the truth publicly. That episode would break ratings records. Now, people are choosing sides. Some cast members say Chrissy was justified. Others say she went too far. Jim, meanwhile, is spiraling, checking old texts, reviewing security footage, and grilling friends to figure out how long this affair's been going on. Chrissy doesn't seem bothered. She's been out in New York at clubs and restaurants looking unbothered while Jim's life is falling apart. He's already talking to lawyers about suing Freddie, not just over business, but for interfering in his relationship. Freddie, for his part, is telling mutual friends that Chrissy was neglected and deserved better. That's only making things worse. Some gossip blogs even got hotel security footage of Jim storming into the building and getting kicked out. No audio, but the images tell the story. Jim furious. Chrissy.com. And here's the real kicker. Jim was reportedly about to propose finally. He had a custom ring made and was planning to pop the question in Paris. Now, it's all off. Some fans think Chrissy found out and sabotaged everything. Others say it was just bad timing. Either way, the dream is dead. So now the question is, can Jim and Chrissy come back from this? 16 years of love, betrayal, business, and TV drama. Is it all finally over? The trust is broken, the money's at risk, and the world is watching. If that rumored video drops, this story won't just be a scandal. Will be legendary.